I'm going to dinner with my friends, so I figured that I would talk and do it like a little story time.
1, 2, 3, let's go!
What the heck is that? I don't think I'm gonna do foundation. I'm thinking just putting on this primer. I'm gonna do one pump there. This is like lotion on your face, like it is so nice. But anyways, so let's get into the story time. I enjoy doing handstands, and I was just hanging out doing handstands, and then we have a balance board in the living room, and I was looking at it and I was like, honestly, I feel like it'd be kind of fun to do a handstand on the balance board. Well, I did it, and I did it so many times. I was literally doing it for like 8 minutes straight. Like, I was doing it good, and then I decided to do it one more time. I was literally taking a video, so I have a video of it, which is embarrassing. And I lost my balance, which I had been losing my balance a lot, so I was like, oh, like I'll be fine. And then I fell, and I like caught myself with my arm, with this arm, and it, all my weight I went on that arm, and it like bent like out that, like the opposite way it should go, like it went that way. It was the most painful thing I've ever felt in my entire life. I'm not even exaggerating. I've never been in that much pain before, ever. And I literally like fell to the ground. I was like, in the video, I'm like, owie, owie. And then I'm like calling for my mom, but she's like on the phone, and she like doesn't hear me at first. So I'm just like screaming her name like louder and louder and louder. I'm putting on some liquid blush or whatever, cream blush. So I'm like screaming her name like louder, louder, louder. I'm like about to pass out, and I've never passed out before, but I knew I was about to pass out, which is crazy because I literally was having tunnel vision, and my hearing, it was like completely like fogged over. Like everything my mom was saying felt like she was saying it to me like in the telephone or like over a voicemail or something. Like it was like the weirdest thing ever, and I was so scared. I couldn't hear anything. All I heard was like literal ringing. I was seeing like black dots in the sky. I was sweating. I was like drenched. I was sweating so much, and then I'm just like crying, but I'm not even really crying because I'm like trying to calm myself down because I don't want to pass out. I never have, and I don't want to, and I feel like that'd be so scary. So I was like, and like it was so scary. And then my mom was like, what happened, what happened? I like couldn't even tell her. I was just like, my arm, my arm, my arm. She's like, oh gosh, okay. And so she like gets me ready to go, and I'm like in like so much struggle. I cannot move. I'm just sitting in this one position, unwell, like I've never been before. Like I have never experienced what this was in my life. We get in the car, I like can't buckle my seatbelt, I can't do any of that, and so she like helps me. Oh, and now we're using Fenty Beauty, and I'm just gonna do a light contouring, or not even contouring, but bronzing, like around this area. I kind of want to look sun-kissed, even though it's the middle of winter. I love looking sun-kissed, no matter the time of year. But yeah, so then I'm freaking out. I just like closed my eyes and just like was trying to chill, and I was just like, I didn't go on my phone, I didn't do anything. And then we get to urgent care, get an x-ray, and by the time that all of this happened, the pain had gone down a little bit. At least it felt that it had gone down. When they decided, like when we did the x-ray and everything, it was like whatever, because when I first fell, it literally felt like it was my entire arm, and I was like, I don't even really know what's wrong, like I don't know what's going on. And then once we got there, I could tell that it was really like my elbow, you know, like it was my elbow. It keep like hurting and then stop hurting, and like hurting and then stop hurting. The lady came in and she's like, okay, so basically there's like this shadow on your x-ray that basically indicates a fracture, but because this is urgent care, you need to go to, like, we're gonna tell you to go to an orthopedic specialist where they can like scan it for more tests and like see it better, and that way like you'll know exactly what you need. But for now, we're gonna put it in a splint. And so like I had to take my arm out of my shirt because I had a sweatshirt on, because by the way, I had gone walking earlier in the day, and I literally always shower as soon as I'm done working out because I hate being like sweaty and smelly. But I had just walked, so I was like, I didn't really get sweaty or anything, so I wasn't like in dire need to take a shower that moment. So when I got home, I like made myself food, and I was screwing around, literally screwing around. Like I made myself food. I ate and then I was doing handstands. I hadn't showered yet. I didn't smell, but I was like not clean. I was not like freshly showered and pampered. I had the same clothes I had on when I went for my walk. So I was like, ugh. I had been like in a cold sweat, so my clothes were like sweaty. It was horrible. I did not like that at all. So I had to take my arm out of my shirt to do it, and when they were bending my arm to take my shirt out, oh my god, it was like the pain came back completely, like tenfold. And I was like, oh my god, like this is not good. Like, and so they gave me the splint, this is that, and then they gave me this, and then I went home and ate dinner, and I'm going tomorrow to an orthopedic specialist, but it's a 3-hour drive away, so we're doing a road trip tomorrow, and that is the story of what has happened to me. But yeah, the video is so embarrassing. I don't want anyone to see it. I was literally showing like, and the funniest thing is my boyfriend, this literally happened to him, so he basically knew exactly like what happened, how it felt, and he's like, oh yeah, you definitely have this, blah 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 blah. So like, yeah. And if childbirth is the worst pain, my camera's about to die. Okay, we're back. And honestly, that's the whole story, but I'm not even done with my makeup yet. I put on the bronzer. I feel like I'm looking pretty sun-kissed. I do like to just take a little swipe like this and do a little dot on the nose. I want to do some blush because I have been liking blush. Should I do the NARS? So I'm going to take this brush and then just, I want to do my eyebrows, but I'm not like doing my eyebrows. I hate doing my eyebrows personally, and that is a thing that I only do when I'm doing a full face. So instead I get some gel and I use the brush I use for my edges, and I slick down the eyebrows. Ooh. Yeah. Honestly though, I'm not even gonna lie, I really enjoyed like telling this story, and I feel like it'd be fun to do more story times. This is why I don't like doing my eyebrows, because even doing this, I still take so long to like perfect them. This is empty. I just used the brush. I actually need to get a new one. I have the Glossier one, and I really like the formula and the brush on that one as well, but it's too dark for my eyebrows and it just like looks really weird, so I can't really use it. If you have curly hair and you have curly eyebrows and you have those little scraggly pieces on the end or on the tail that will like come up, or they'll do a little curl, cut them off and like cut it where it curls, and then it will just be the straight part, and your like eyebrows will just lay much better, and it won't take as much manipulating to get your eyebrows to look the way you want. I just got new mascara. I wanted to do this little thing. I was gonna do it on TikTok, so if you guys want to follow me on TikTok, it's actually going to be on my other account called Shy Behind the Scenes, which I'm trying to make my main account actually, because I just like it more because I like talk on there and stuff. But so I've always used this and I love it, but the thing is, for me, I don't know if it's because I have curly eyelashes or what is going on, but it doesn't apply the way that it applies for other people. Like, I want my lashes to look like long and stuff, and like for you to look at me and be like, oh my gosh, but I don't want it to look clumpy or like going in all different directions or look like I have a bunch of mascara on. I want like a one coat, like swipe, long lashes, and like I grew them myself, and this just doesn't do that for me, even though this works really well and I do recommend it, especially for like big look or like for looks that I do. Maybe I'm not applying it correctly. I want that one coat wonder, you know, but it doesn't do that. And then it takes multiple coats for it to be like that long look, but by the time I get to multiple coats, it's looking like clumpy. Uh-oh, I got a text from somebody. Okay, I was thinking of wearing a sweater, but then I felt like I would look too much like a boy if I wore a sweater. So I think I'm gonna wear just a jacket and like make it chic. But Hat, no hat. I think it depends what I add to the rest of the outfit. Okay, purr. I would usually outline with brown, but today we're going no outline.
Nobody gets me lost. Love the way they gotta be everything they almost could talk. I got pimples, right? My beauty mark should be in every good.
Bye.